Good evening and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in just 30 minutes. Let's begin. President Draupadi Murmu presents Distinguished Service Awards in Defence Investiture Ceremony 2024. Indian Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi and Indian Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi were conferred with Param Vashisht Seva Medal in the ceremony. India's Vice President Jagdeep Dhankad addressed the 4th International Climate Summit. Vice President said that climate change will lead to disaster if not addressed urgently. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi said on X, getting numerous inputs for this month's Mann Ki Baat, which will take place on Sunday the 28th. Happy to see several youngsters in particular highlight collective efforts aimed at transforming our society. On India-USA relations, Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randhir Jaiswal said there is a comprehensive strategic and global partnership between both the countries and they discuss all issues that are of interest for both the parties. MEA spokesperson further said that India's Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar had a conversation with the Ukrainian Foreign Minister on further developing bilateral relationship between both the nations. India's Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri will be on a 2-day official visit to Bhutan from Friday. This will be his first visit abroad after assuming the charge. During the visit, Misri will meet Bhutan's Prime Minister Tshering Tobgay, Foreign Minister D.N. Dhungel and Foreign Secretary Pema Chodron, among others. Vinay Mohan Quatra has been appointed as the next ambassador of India to the United States of America. The development was confirmed by the Ministry of External Affairs. He is expected to take up the assignment shortly. India's Minister for Petroleum and Natural Gas, Hardeep Singh Puri, announced a major milestone achieved at the Dirok field operated by the Hindustan Oil Exploration Company. The field has successfully tested a new reservoir, Sand 9, in well. The ongoing production testing aims to revise and add these volumes to the proven reserves of the Dirok field. Supreme Court of India will hear petition seeking a probe into the alleged instances of electoral bonds donations on the 22nd of July. Earlier in the month of February, the Supreme Court had struck down the electoral bond scheme. Central Bureau of Investigation of India has made an arrest of a first-year student of RIMS, Jharkhand, in connection with the NEET undergraduate paper leak case. The student was detained after rounds of investigation by the CBI. Union Minister for Minority Affairs Kiren Rijiju inaugurated a fortnight-long Lok Samvardhan Parv in New Delhi. The event also witnessed the distribution of sanctioned amount from the ministry and also signing of several MOUs between the ministry and various stakeholders. In Jammu and Kashmir, a massive search operation is being done in Doda district following the martyrdom of 4 soldiers. Despite inclement weather conditions and challenging terrain, security forces are conducting the operation to track down the terrorists. In another significant operation, the Indian Army successfully eliminated 2 terrorists attempting to infiltrate across the line of control in Keren sector of Kashmir. This was the 3rd such successful anti-infiltration operation on the line of control over the last few weeks. Cabinet of India's northeast state of Assam approved a bill to abolish the Assam Muslim Marriages and Divorce Registration Act and rules of 1935 that permitted underage marriages under specific conditions. Assam's Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma made the statement and said the repealing Bill 2024 will be presented during the upcoming monsoon session of the Assembly. India's National Investigation Agency has arrested a key aide of designated individual Khalistani terrorist Lakhbir Singh Sandhu, identified as Baljeet Singh alias Rana Bhai. He was arrested from Punjab and found to be a major weapon supplier to Lakhbir's agent in Punjab. India's Central Industrial Security Force detected a huge quantity of different types of medicines worth 49 lakh rupees at Delhi's IGI airport from a passenger bound for Kazakhstan. The passenger, along with detected medicines, was handed over to the customs for further action. On reports of BRICS trade on cryptocurrencies, India's Ministry of External Affairs said there is no such proposal in BRICS to settle trade in cryptocurrencies. RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das, while speaking at a BFSI summit, said that banks and other financial entities need to continuously invest in technology while also developing the right kind of capabilities that successfully tackle challenges like digital frauds. He also said that Indian financial sector is poised to scale new heights, adding the financial landscape in India is undergoing structural shift. Niti Aayog launched a report on an analysis of India's electronics sector, emphasizing its potential and challenges. India's electronics sector has experienced rapid growth, reaching $155 billion in financial year 2023. Equity benchmark indices Sensex and Nifty tumbled on Friday. At close, the Sensex was down 0.93% at 80,587.98. Nifty dropped 1.11% to settle at 24,525.6. Rupee ended at record low of 83.66 rupees against the US dollar. Precious metals showed mixed trends in the Indian markets today. Gold futures stood at 74,280 rupees per 10 grams. Silver futures witnessed a dip and were retailing at 93,806 rupees per kilogram on the multi-commodity exchange. US stocks tumbled on Thursday, reversing early gains. The S&P 500 lost 0.78% to end at 5,554.59 points, while the Nasdaq Composite lost 0.7% to 17,871.22. A major cyber outage hit several IT systems across the world, including India, Australia, Germany, United States, United Kingdom and other countries on Friday, affecting many critical services as well. The outage was possibly due to the failure of CrowdStrike, a cybersecurity platform that provides security solutions for Microsoft Windows. The outage caused widespread flight delays across airports in India as well. Donald Trump accepted the nomination for the race of President of USA on behalf of Republican Party on Friday. Trump accepted the nomination with a vow to make America great again and called upon the party workers and the people to ensure his victory in the upcoming November election. In his first speech since the attack, Trump also described how he narrowly survived an attempt on his life. He said that he was only there by the grace of Almighty God. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban said that Trump and Slovakia's Prime Minister were both attacked for their anti-war views. US Vice President Kamala Harris lambasted Trump and his running mate Vance, calling their 2025 project as extreme and divisive. Responding to criticism from Donald Trump, Taiwan Foreign Minister Lin Chialung said Taiwan must rely on itself for defense and is likely to keep increasing spending and modernizing its military given the threat it faces from China. A long-range drone hit the center of Tel Aviv on Friday in an attack claimed by the Iranian-backed Houthi group on the social media platform. Israeli military and emergency services said that one man was killed and 4 others slightly wounded. The Israeli officials said that the military is investigating as the drone did not trigger the alarm. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited Rafah crossing. Netanyahu said that it was essential that the army continue to control the Rafah border crossing with Egypt and Philadelphia corridor. A fresh violence occurred on Bangladesh this Friday amid violent students' protest against quotas for government jobs. 19 people have been killed and hundreds of others injured in the protests so far. Police fired tear gas and rubber bullets to break up groups of protesters. India's External Affairs Ministry has urged Indian nationals residing in Bangladesh to follow the advisory issued by the High Commission of India in Dhaka. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met the newly elected British Prime Minister Keir Starmer and addressed the British government ministers on Friday. Zelensky said long-range missile capability is key to his country's efforts in the war against Russia. The sleepy UK city of Leeds witnessed massive riots by an angry mob. The unrest was due to a local childcare agency that separated children from their parents and placed them in childcare homes. General Jenny Karanan took over as Canada's Chief of Defence Staff. She becomes the first woman to command the country's armed forces. Lawmakers in France's National Assembly handed centrist politician a second term as the Speaker. Brun Pivet scored 220 ballots, while her main rival, André Chichin, received 207 votes. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un met Russia's Vice Minister of Defense Alexei in Pyongyang and discussed the importance of the two countries' militaries to unite more firmly to defend world peace and justice. Venezuelan opposition leader Mario Corina Machado's security chief has been released from jail a day after he was arrested on charges of gender violence. His arrest came less than 2 weeks before the 28th of July vote. Singapore's Navy had rescued crew members from two large oil tankers on Friday that caught fire about 55 kilometers northeast of the Singaporean island of Petra Branca. The cause of the fire was not clear. Time to take a short break. We'll be right back.
While there's still enough food for everyone on the planet, food shortages are a real problem. Let's take a look at the factors causing this and what can be done to save our food.
What we host now, it's called Farm School. One of the goals is to teach them agriculture so that 50 years from now, when there's so much change in climate, they don't have to deal with learning two new skills.
We empower women who are really poor and who don't have too much economic empowerment to eat better.
We adopt this strategy in our product. The volatile compounds induce the defence mechanism and help to prolong shelf life by 2 more days, so it's purely natural.
What are the strategic implications of China's slowdown? Why is China not able to reverse its slowdown? And what will this do to China's behavior in the world?
The Chinese will continue to look at India as an obstacle. So we have to understand that that is going to continue. But it's not as if the Chinese hold all the cards. We can also decide for ourselves by our own actions how we can make the most of it. If China is under pressure from the Americans and the Europeans, how can we take advantage of it?
Welcome back after that short break. Let's continue with Express News. Wildfires continue to ravage northeastern Siberia as vegetation dries up due to rising temperatures. Wildfires have become more common. Thick smoke can be seen rising hundreds of feet above a dense forest as firefighters struggle to control the blaze. A wildfire that broke out in forested area near Turkey's Izmir airport forced the airport to shut down and flights were diverted to nearby cities. North Macedonia authorities have battling a wildfire in the mountainous southern region that left large swaths of the landscape burnt. The blaze near a town and its surrounding villages has scorched areas in terrain difficult for firefighters to access. Heavy rain slashed parts of India's western state of Gujarat. The IMD has forecast very heavy rainfall till the 22nd of July in the state. Rains also lashed parts of Karnataka's Mangaluru city. Weather agencies have predicted that the heavy rain will continue until next week. In Tamil Nadu's Nilgiris, trees uprooted amid heavy rains blocked the roads. The cleanup work is underway. Mumbai city witnessed heavy rainfall. The rain led to waterlogging in several areas. Authorities in the Indian state of Arunachal Pradesh navigated through rough terrain to supply relief to landslide-hit areas. In Chile, the snow-clad peaks of the Andes have been shrinking due to global warming. The Andes are home to approximately 99% of the world's tropical glaciers, which are more prone to climate change. Despite the scorching heat, hundreds of tourists tossed coins into Rome's Trevi fountain. Some tourists also took a dip in the fountain's underground. Greece is currently experiencing intense heat wave, prompting temporary closure of heritage sites in Athens. Cambodia has discovered 5 nests of the critically endangered Siamese crocodile at a national park. A conservationist has called this the biggest recorded breeding event for the species this century. The 5 nests contained 106 eggs, of which 66 were fertilized and were closely monitored by park rangers. A rare kangaroo joey made its first public appearance at the Bronx Zoo of New York. Born in December last year, the joey belongs to a rare species. Now only 2,500 kangaroos of the species are found in the wild. Black-chin tilapia fish have been found in 4 districts of Thailand, fewer than 3 nautical miles from the shoreline. Authorities say that if the spread of this invasive species, which is not contained quickly, the ecological system in the Gulf of Thailand may be destroyed. A giant fiberglass art installation of an olive Ridley turtle at the Puri beach in India's Odisha is drawing the attention of locals and tourists. The aim of the installation is to raise awareness about the conservation of endangered olive Ridley turtles. An enormous cluster of white wild mushroom was discovered in a village in southwest China's Yunnan province. The sheer size of the giant mushroom, measuring 90 centimeters in diameter, has stunned the villagers living near the mountain it was found. Local authorities in northwest China's Gansu province have managed to protect a rare desert spring landscape by optimizing water resource. The Crescent Spring, surrounded by giant and dunes, is located at the Mingsha mountain. Department of Agriculture has successfully cultivated 5 lakh lavender mother plants in Jammu and Kashmir's Udhampur district. Under the Purple Revolution initiative of Government of India, special attention is being given to lavender plantation. The application of science and technology in agriculture has increased Vietnam's production by 30%, which is the country's government has confirmed. The Delhi Metro Rail Corporation, in collaboration with the Japanese recycling firm, launched the facility of e-waste recycling boxes for the commuters. American comedian and actor Bob Newhart died at his home in Los Angeles at the age of 94. He was known for deadpan and stammering delivery style. On Hollywood Boulevard, flowers were placed on the star of Newhart, who died as a series of short illness. US music stars Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg hosted a celebrity package UK launch event for their new beverage brand in London. The creators of the TV remake of Time Bandits has admitted that they made a casting error. They said that they plan to rectify the mistake in potential second season. Professional wrestler Hulk Hogan has come out in support of Donald Trump. Hogan made a dramatic appearance at the Republican National Convention. Vicky Kaushal and Tripti Dimri, along with Amy work star, a movie called Bad News, has received mixed reviews, with most critics praising Kaushal's performance. Directed by Anand Tiwari and produced by Karan Johar, Bad News is a Hindi language comedy film. Actor Ram Charan will be the guest of honour at the 15th Indian Film Festival of Melbourne this year. Bollywood actor Shahid Kapoor's movie Devas release has been postponed. The movie will hit the screens next year. The actor is playing the role of a cop in the action thriller that has been directed by Roshan Andrews. India's Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, has launched Phase 2 of Khelo India Rising Talent Identification. India's Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports, Dr. Mansukh Mandavia, launched a booklet called Pathway to Paris. The Paris Olympics Organizing Committee said that a global cyber outage was slowing its operation, but the impact was limited and ticket sales were not affected. 94 boat captains will transport nearly 10,000 athletes down the Seine River during the opening ceremony of Paris Olympics. Rafael Nadal downed fifth seed Brit Cameron Norrie in straight sets in their Swedish Open last 16 encounter. Defending champion Alexander Zverev advanced to the Hamburg Open quarter-final round. Suryakumar Yadav has been named as India's new T20 captain for the upcoming series against Sri Lanka. Premier League champion Man City said Brazil winger Savino has joined the club on a 5-year contract. Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag said that club is still in the process of building its squad and has less depth than many other rivals of Premier League. Former Arsenal and Barcelona, along with Chelsea striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, has joined Al-Qadsiya. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now. Namaskar.